but I think D-Lo needs to stop that. I didn't see this video. You showed it to me in real time. I can appreciate where Pat Bev is coming from. He needs to stop that nonsense too, though. I'm gonna talk to Pat Beverley soon. Matter of fact, I think he invited me on this podcast. When I got some time, I'm gonna make sure I make a visit to him too. Listen.
This might have been the best year D-Lo ever had, like shooting-wise.
And they ain't talking about it, bro.
And no one's talking about it. Like,
bro. I gotta do, Pat.
And let's talk about the new contract.
What's up?
I don't like 100, anything less is short. I just know when he's on a team, it's easier for everybody else.
Yeah and no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because D'Angelo, he's a good player. But in that Lakers playoffs, oh, man, come on, bruh. Like, he had some moments. Don't get me wrong, he had some moments, but in the Lakers playoffs, he wasn't consistent, and that's the problem with him. He's not as consistent as he needs to be. He has moments. He kind of remind me of J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith would hit like 4 3-pointers throughout the game, and you think he gonna turn up the next game, and then he just flops. That's what D'Angelo Russell reminds me of. Like, he got a playground game. You know, he got to turn up. He got to earn that extra money. I feel like over the years, he did, but we got to see where the season start. We got to see when the season start, because he talking about more money, more money, more money. And compared to the ones that been getting these big contracts, shit, man. Yeah, he need to be one of them that to get the big contracts, because if they giving it to them, they might as well give it to him too. Shit, they might as well give me a contract. Shit, you know. But like I said, man, I'm not saying if he turned up more, my Lakers wouldn't win deep in the playoffs. Like, our team wasn't all the way put together. It seemed like everybody was for themselves and leaning on LeBron. But he got to turn up, man. He got to be more consistent. You can't just have these little moments and you're not turning up where we need you the most. Everybody gonna have an off game. That's just life. But you got to turn up, bro. You gotta earn that bigger contract. And for that other dude that turned down $100 million from the Lakers and then came back and got like $2 million, I forgot his name. He used to have the blonde patch in the front. He's an idiot too. Well, we gonna get to him another time, but I guess we could agree to disagree when it comes to he's a player that a team needs. He's a viable player, but you still need to build other pieces around him. He's not that guy that you would solely depend on. He's more like option 3, maybe option 2.
And that's
why don't they appreciate that though?
Like, that's the person you should pay.
Do you agree with Pat that D-Lo is being undervalued in LA?
I believe he's being undervalued, but I think D-Lo needs to stop that. I didn't see this video. You showed it to me in real time. I can appreciate where Pat Bev is coming from. He needs to stop that nonsense too, though. I'm gonna talk to Pat Beverley soon. As a matter of fact, I think he invited me on this podcast. When I got some time, I'm gonna make sure I make a visit to him too. Listen, D'Angelo Russell can play. D'Angelo Russell, with all your histrionics on the Pat Bev podcast. Let me explain something to you, bro. You are undervalued. You deserve more than a 2-year, $36 million contract. Matter of fact, I'm of the mindset that you should be getting paid at least $25 to $27 million per year. So you are undervalued. When you talk about $100 million, though, Bev and D, the fact is you're usually talking about over a 3 or 4 year period, or in some cases even 5. If it was a 5-year deal and you were averaging about $20 million, I'd still think you underpaid, because again, I think you deserve about $25 million a year, okay? But if you're talking year to year in terms of a contract, I think based off of what we saw, let's say, for example, a 3-year, $75 to $80 million deal, D'Angelo, I think you deserve that, averaging 17 points a game in the 17 games that you played with the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing a level of stability, being able to shoot, being able to ball, that's fine. So you deserve that. My problem with D'Angelo Russell is this, though. When's the last time we saw you, bro? You have any idea how god-awful you were? 8 points, 10 points, 3 points, and 4 points in a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Denver Nuggets, the eventual champions. Do you have any idea? Do you realize that the Lakers don't get swept if D'Angelo Russell, if you show up and you play better?
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Like, he's a highlight player. He's the guy you turn on ESPN and you see ESPN and you see the highlights. You like, oh, this guy's nice. God damn, yo. Like, damn. And then you sit there, you watch a whole goddamn game. This guy's flopping all over the place, playing like a 10-year-old. Like, what the hell's going on here? So he gotta wisen up and focus more on playing the game instead of just focusing only on the money. Because a lot of NBA players be pocket watching, sitting there looking at, oh, this guy got that much, so I should be able to get this much. There's a bunch of spoiled brats. It's people out here really struggling, and you talking about a few $1 million and this and that, bro. You got a God-given talent that most people don't have. You got to appreciate the position that you in. And you sitting there complaining about getting a bigger contract. You see all the other dudes that complain about it, they out of the league or they getting minimum. They getting the NBA minimum. So he better wisen up and step his game up. Because at the end of the day, you coming into this new season with the Lakers, we need you. We need all the pieces we could get. And see, it's easy to look great on a team with a bunch of bums. You done seen it in NBA history. You done seen it for decades. One team will have one or two good players and the rest of the teams is straight trash, garbage juice. And then that guy looks like the highlight player of the year, and then they overpay him. I see the Knicks do it all the time with Allen Houston and Amari Stoudemire. You see it all the time. Overpaying dudes, and then soon as they get that contract, like, yo, what happened to this dude? Same thing happened to Westbrook. Next year, fucking decline. You know? Everybody's relying on LeBron. LeBron, like every team LeBron had to carry, except the Heat to a certain extent. But every team had to carry. He had to carry the Cavs like 25 to like 45% of his career, but he was there for years. I'm not saying Kyrie didn't turn up and do his thing, but everybody relies on LeBron, and you understand, you can't sit around and just wait for your best player to pass you the ball. You got to set picks, you got to move around and set plays and motivate the whole team to move around and do what they got to do. You know, everybody's relying on one person. You got to understand, that's what been happening to LeBron for like the last few years. He, in viable moments, he ended up burning out. You know why? Because the whole goddamn season, he's carrying niggas. He just carrying them. His shoulders hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like he tired of carrying niggas. You know? And you gotta understand, it's just like working a 9-to-5. You know, sometimes you overwork, you underpaid. But you gotta understand your position. You gotta understand what you there for. What are you actually there for? Are you trying to create a legacy? Are you trying to win rings to add to your legacy? You got to figure out what you're there for, because if you're only there for the money, then good luck with that, because that ain't going to work. Like I said earlier, it's too much pocket watching. Dudes is focused way too much on money, and you understand when you're desperate like that and that's all you're thinking about, it's going to show in your performance, it's going to show in your work ethic, it's going to show in your attitude, your tonality, everything. So he got to wisen up and play better, and then he going to get the chips. He's still young, he's still good. You know, stay healthy. You know, he might come off the bench this year, who knows? You know, but he got to turn up. If he don't turn up, his shit going to keep declining money-wise, and he going to be the guy that's forgotten about real fast, acting like that. And I don't know what the hell Beverley talking about. He acting like he the golden child or something. Like, He ain't never really made buckets like that. He's known for taunting people on the court. I like Pat Bev. Don't get it wrong. I like Pat Bev, but he talking like he's some big shot in the league. Like he Michael Jordan Jr. or something. You kidding me, man?
I didn't know I was going to LA. Honestly, I didn't know where I was going. I just knew that I felt that they couldn't pay me, so I knew I was out. That's how I felt, honestly.
Where does that feeling come from? Is it coming from an agent or from the media or what you're seeing on social media?
As far as what? Just not knowing you're going to get traded?
Or no, the feeling that you might get traded. Where is that seed being planted from?
I think I've been traded so many times, I can feel it. I can feel you. I can walk into the facility. I can walk into the facility and see how the janitor kind of looked at me different. And he
looking at you different because you about to be like him, nigga. You better learn to humble yourself before you fuck around and be the janitor. They fuck around and trade you to the concession stand, handing out flyers and fucking peanut chews and donuts. See, in life, you gotta be humble, man. You gotta be humble. You fuck around and be that janitor, they start calling you Mop and Glow D-Lo. Yo, you see Mop and Glow D-Lo? Damn, he went on break 30 minutes ago. Where he at? You gotta learn to humble yourself, man. Just as fast as God give it to you, he could take it away just that fast. Gotta read the room, man. All right, Mr. Russell, you gotta read the room, man. Know where you at. Don't let them podcasters trick you out of your position. You fuck around, be a podcaster like them niggas. Only time you need to be cocky is on that basketball court where you putting in that work. Don't let them trick you out your position. Appreciate what you got, what you have, because I don't know if y'all know, we in a recession again. They ain't announcing it, but we in a recession again. You see, everything spiking up, the groceries, the gas, everything. Yeah, we in a recession again. And he's talking about COVID numbers is rising again. So you better humble yourself, bro. I mean, he better off than most people, you know. So he got to humble himself even more. Even more. Just saying, man.
probably overheard a conversation. I'm feeling all that. So what Kendrick said, I can feel your energy from two planets away. Yeah, definitely.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Welcome to Primetime Moments, where you'll find the perfect blend of hilarious entertainment and inspiring motivation. Get ready to laugh and motivate all at once. Because life is too short for boring videos. Join us as we take you on a journey filled with laughter and inspiration. Our content is tailor-made for a mature audience, because we understand that adults deserve to have their funny bone tickled too.